is it just the man propaganda that must us fear concern so much about aliens? Yeah, well, it's the media, because people say aliens, but then when you ask them to explain or describe what an alien is, it's going to be something they've seen on a movie or some interpretation, which detracts from the word extraterrestrial. Because when you break it down like extraterrestrial, you're literally saying something extra that is come to the terrain or this terrestrial plane, as opposed to outside of the planet, which is celestial. And when you say, okay, who is outside of here and where is that? They will tell you in the religious world, Allah, God, Jesus, the angels, they're all outside of the earth somewhere, right? Then you say, okay, does that mean they are aliens? And all of a sudden, it's like, it's not crazy anymore, is it? Because if Jesus came down from heaven and went back to heaven and God is in heaven, where is this heaven and what are they referred to? Because they're not from here. They're extra to the terrain, the extraterrestrials. But when you say aliens, you think of movies and you think of things like, I don't know, Independence Day and all the movies that show you the different types of extraterrestrials, to the point where they're grotesque looking, they're coming to harm you. It's always about survival, you know, they're coming to harm us. How do you know? You know, because this is what the movies and the media does to make people afraid of them. But there are different types, and not all of them are harmful or here to harm you. Yeah, so you're right, Swiss, that people are just afraid of the unknown, and they're taught not to question, not to use their mind. Because when you think, you think of a question, it's like, okay, that's intelligence. How did I think of that question? If I can't question God, Allah, or these religious deities, and they're supposed to know everything, and they control my mind, and they know what I'm going to think. Did they not know I'm going to think of that question? Why didn't they stop me? You see, so this is all fear based on these beings saying they're going to burn you up. You're going to go to a place called hell. And you should ask yourself, what loving God would create a place called hell? He can't help you whilst you're alive, even though they say you can pray and communicate directly with him. But when you do, you don't get the help, because he says he gave you free will to choose to do anything you want. But if you choose to go against him, he punishes you, and he can punish you when you die in a place called hell, but he can't help you when you're alive and want to know answers like, why don't you just get rid of all the evil in the world? Why don't you get rid of all the, you know, the bad things in the world so we can all get along? Can you not just make us all get along? You know, these are the things that, no, he can't do that. Oh, you can't communicate with him directly for the things that you want to know, only the things that they ask you through the Bible to do. And the Bible is where you know about him, and he controls you through that. You say, but what happened when the Bible wasn't around? The Bible was only, what, 6,000 years old. The planet's been there for millions of years, all right? So